take the piece, put it together, become hope in you and yours, family. Now, something that's just been on my mind, my heart, my soul, my spirit. Maybe I can chime in about it, family. Um, I think I made a video. Yeah, I did sometime back saying why are you a Christian and Jesus wasn't. When Jesus was truly trying to show you, you know, how to be and how to walk as Christ in the flesh. You feel me? Because Christ is on each and every one of us. You feel me? And he was just trying to lead the way and be the lighthouse of how we should be. But even and then, he was not a Christian. Yeah, they said he was, you know, um, a Nazarene. And they say he was Hebrew, and they say he was a Jew. But even his own words, later on in the Bible somewhere, it says you can't be a Jew. You can only be a Jew inwardly, not outwardly. Because outwardly we would be religion when he said you can only be one inwardly. So catch that hint on another video. Um, Now going with those titles that he just studied and partook under, that were just man-made, that he was studying on this earth to show us you still gotta study and show yourself approved. You know, like it says in the scriptures. So going into this video, um, I'll be saying people know Christianity. You feel me? But they don't know the Christ. And there's a true difference. It's like spirituality. You feel me? Which is Christ energy and Christ consciousness. And then you have religion, which is church and scripture without breaking down properly. So with that being said, you know, you have to truly, like I said, use your discernment. You know, you have to truly go with, because for most people nowadays, especially in religion, because you have to know, religion is trying to break down what spirituality already is. You know, spirituality is in your essence. Religion is teaching you how to, should be teaching you how to go within, but it's doing the opposite and teaching you to more draw from the world and giving you, the face value when it says in the scripture, you feel me, you know, like Paul said, don't take the letter literally, which is the Bible, and Jesus, or yeah, Christ said, he speaks in parables, you know, so his meaning, it has a deeper meaning. Um, More going into it, most people know Christianity, but Christianity wasn't made up until after his death and resurrection, if you're going by the story. So how can you be what even he wasn't? Again, I already went over it. They gave him titles that he was, but he truly just came down here to show you how to be Christ in the flesh, because Christ is you at this moment looking at this video in the flesh. That's why he said, you know, Jesus Christ to be the true example of how to be and how to live in this world, you feel me? Truly walk in that story to show you how to be. And that is the religious side. But the spiritual side is that Christ, which is God, lives on you and me. Like he said, like the Bible said. So on that note, you have to live out, you feel me, your own walk in life with Christ living in you. That's why you have your own testimony. Just as he did. You feel me? So family, what you have to know is we're not breaking down scripture. We're not going into it. We're just reading it. And I heard somewhere we just like, and what Jordan Maxwell, he said, it's like the equivalent of going to a restaurant, reading the menu, and paying money and getting up. You ain't eat nothing. You didn't digest. You just was okay with reading the menu without getting deeper meaning, spiritual meaning. So family, I said all that to say, you feel me? When I say we, I say just most people, who are in religion, especially Christianity, they know Christianity. They know the church, you feel me? They know the scripture's face value, but they don't know the Christ that's on each and every one of us, you feel me? The Christ that said even, we would do greater things than that said Christ that was in scripture. But how can we when most of us don't even equate ourselves with his teaching, when he say even ye are gods and the scriptures can't be broken? And we have to deal with that. So when we're looking for God to fix our problems, we have to look at ourselves, because even man wrote the Bible, you feel me, trying to, you know, truly break down the God as best and possible as he could, but you know, we all fall short. So that's why you have to use due diligence. That's why you have to seek and find. You feel me? That's why you have to do more than just believe. You have to believe and know. You know, I had heard something funny. Do you believe that your parents are your parents, or do you know? We have to start knowing now. So that's what's been on my mind, my heart, my soul, my spirit, family. Maybe I can chime in about it. Wholeness.